Welcome back to Comic Confidential, the weekly podcast where we bring you the hottest comic book, movie, and TV action. I'm your host, Cade, and alongside me today, as always, is Troy.
Hey, what's up, man? We're back.
We're back with another episode, Troy.
Damn straight we are. What's it been, like a week?
I think so. I think that's how we do this show for the last 125 episodes?
Ish. 25-ish?
Yeah.
Episodes? I love it, man.
You love it?
I wouldn't have it any other way. What's been happening?
It's been a big week, actually, for us, the podcast, and us, the CC network, Troy. The CC radio network.
Hey, why don't you tell the people about what's happening? Because we've got some big news, and we're going to announce it right off the bat.
Oh, off the bat?
Off the bat.
I felt like you're going to say right after this ad.
No. It's right off the bat. That's like a cricket term.
Yeah, good work.
Like batting off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So yeah, anyway, we have two new shows that have joined the CC Radio Network. So that is one of your favorite shows of all time, Troy.
Of all time. No. That sounded like disingenuous.
Yeah, it did. I was like, wow, have I just told a lie?
No, but it dead set is. It is one of my favorite shows. I've mentioned it on the show plenty of times before. It is the Countdown movie and TV reviews podcast. Less TV than, probably they should if they've got TV in the name, let's be honest. But yeah, the Countdown movie and TV reviews have jumped on board with us, the CC Radio Network, which is amazing. Wayne and Paul on that show do great work every week. Funny as hell. Yeah, get into it.
Very funny guys. And talking about funny guys, we also have a comedian now joining the network, and that is Shad Wicker, who has the podcast with the the name will trick your eyes.
Well, it'll trick your eyes.
Yeah.
Right.
So the podcast is called Here's the Idea, but it's an acronym, so it's SHTI.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. So you're looking, you're like,
it's like this.
Shit?
Oh. Yeah.
No, totally wrong. Totally wrong.
Yeah, no, it does. The very first time I saw the artwork, I'm like, is he calling his podcast shit?
Yeah, and I was right on board with that.
And I'm like, so here's the idea, and I'm like, hang on, that's not right. And then I figured it out. I got there in the end.
So it's a pretty interesting concept for podcasters, and that's why we kind of brought them on board, is because he gets comedians on the show every week, and they kind of have a little bit of a chat about some content that they're gonna. It's not really content. It's what would you call it for a stand-up show? A performance material. Yeah. So they talk about some material and they kind of like spitball it with each other, and then they go onto their show and give it a go and
make a set out of it.
And they actually record it and play it back at the end of the episode, which is pretty rad.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Very good idea. Shad is the host of that. Very entertaining. That makes 4. That's 4 now, including us, because we've got the Potterheads as well. That's still on there.
Yep.
Just released, finally, the long-awaited movie review.
Yes, and just literally before I hit record, I saw Amy and Kirsten have recorded the first 1 to 2, maybe 3 episodes of Potterhead Seasons 2.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that's going to be coming. That's going to be coming. So I'm going to give those girls maybe a couple of weeks of lead up.
Yeah.
Just because, Amy was a bit sick.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Just sick of doing it?
Yeah, sick of podcasting.
Sick of podcasting? Yeah.
So I'm going to give them a little bit of lead time. So, Potterhead listeners, keep an eye out for that, because that is going to be hitting your podcast apps.
Yeah.
I was going to say radio waves, but that's not what this is.
It's not. They're podcast apps.
Yeah.
So for long-term listeners of the show, jump onto those shows. Brand new listeners of the show, hey, you got 4 other shows you can watch, or 3. Listen to. You can't even watch them.
Well, you could.
You can look at your screen.
So here's the idea is going to be doing video as well.
Excellent.
So
that's good.
You can actually go watch that. And Troy, we're like so close to our Patreon total of like having to do video.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Considering how against I am even having my photo taken for the artwork. I don't know if video is necessarily going to go down too well. And look, to be honest with you, I mean, isn't it better to just be a voice rather than a fat face?
I don't know. I think people want to see your face.
No.
I'm gonna.
No, they don't.
I'm gonna go and change our artwork cover to just your face.
But just like a really close up sort of thing of
like
it. So
uncomfortably close, where it's like forehead, eyes, and mouth is the whole cover.
Yeah, I like it, and it's just like slightly out of focus, so you can't really tell.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah,
just a little bit blurry.
Yeah. Hey, Cade.
Yeah, mate.
What are you looking at?
What am I looking at?
Yeah, what are you looking at?
So yeah, I got Tim Ferriss's new book, Tribe of Mentors.
Ooh.
So basically, it's supposed to be, you know, the best advice from like the best in the world. So
Okay, about what? Business?
anything really.
Just mentoring.
Yeah, it's basically mentoring everything that you think could be good. I've made
Manatees.
it about
It's a book about manatees.
I inherited a manatee farm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I manatee these manatees?
How do you?
I don't know, Troy. So I haven't got to that chapter yet, but so far the book is pointless.
Oh, excellent.
So hopefully, the book, Tim Ferriss's books always start off pretty rough.
Yeah.
They get to this point where you're like, I can be kind of relatable.
Yeah.
And then the last bit is just like, now you're a millionaire and you can do anything you want. It's like, fuck you, man.
Is that seriously how they go? See,
much.
I do not read those type of books, but mostly because, there's usually a lot of circumstances around how, they got to where they are. It's not necessarily just by following these principles.
Yeah.
It's like a whole, just dream it and you can do it. No, that's not how things work.
I don't know, Troy. I've paid a lot of bills with dreams and hopes.
Yeah, exactly. So you've got to sift through the bullshit and find the stuff that works for you.
Yeah, absolutely. But if we want to relate it to something like a little bit more comic based,
yeah,
I am charging through Irredeemable.
Yeah, really?
That is so, mate. That's right up there.
Do you know what number you're on?
I think it might be book 6 or because it's very weird the way that they've got
Is that volume 6?
Might be volume 6.
Because that would be a lot.
Yeah, I've read a fair bit.
That'd be like 30-ish issues.
Oh, I don't know if it'll be that much. I know the first book because it's broken into 2 books.
Yeah, yeah.
The first book's 400 pages. I'm about.
Damn.
Yeah, it's huge, man. I'm like 130 in.
Yeah, right.
So
that's a lot.
It's massive.
Yeah,
it's a big task ahead of me.
Because I've read the whole thing, but I read individual issues, so I guess I kind of knew, where I was at any given time. Weird.
Very weird.
Weird. I myself am. I have a new book.
Oh yeah.
That I'm reading, fiction, as I like to read.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm getting into Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. Purely because it's gonna be a TV show pretty soon.
Is it really?
It's coming. It's happening. And I'm absolutely loving it so far. I'm about halfway through. It's all about the end of days, basically. And you've got an angel and a demon, and they kind of team up and they try to stop it from happening.
All right.
Hey, that doesn't seem right, does it?
I don't know. That seems to be like the classic tale these days.
Well, true. Hijinks ensue, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you can imagine.
Are they rat bags? Are they
they're
scallywags?
Well, they're a little bit scallywaggy.
Yeah,
but
right.
it's really well written, pretty funny, and just kind of you can really kind of I don't know, you can really get in with these characters. It's pretty, even though they're thousands of years old demons and angels and stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be reading next week there, Troy, and that's going to be the Flash Wars. I'm catching up on that so much.
Yeah.
And holy man, that Flash comic can do no wrong.
Yeah, right.
Have you got on to the Flash yet?
No.
Do it.
Really?
Yep.
Look, I guess I will eventually. I've just got so many things happening, man. You know what I mean? I've just got so much to do.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I'm still plugging away at Saga. So I'm still
how far in?
So I'm up to volume 4.
Okay.
So
out of 1,000?
Out of 1,000, so I'm almost there.
Yeah, nice.
And I'm still plugging away for All New Wolverine as well, because I don't really want to, until I'm caught up, I don't want to jump on anything else right now. I just want to finish those stories, you know what I mean? I feel like it's the easiest way to do it. Rather than kind of jumble my brain with all this extra stuff, I just really want to finish those ones off. So that's what I'm looking at.
Is it any good?
Which one?
All New Wolverine.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely love it. I think I'm about 22 issues in to a run, which I think is up to about 36 or 37.
Oh, okay.
Roughly.
How often does that come out? Every week or?
I think it's, that one might be monthly.
Yep.
Maybe fortnightly. Not sure. It's on Marvel Unlimited. It just happens.
It just shows up.
It just appears. I don't actually have to go to a comic book store or anything. It's just there.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, yeah. So that's how I'm doing it. But yeah, love it. Absolutely loving it right now. We got a whole bunch of trailers this week, mate.
Oh my God, it's like mega trailer showdown.
Mega trailer showdown. It's a 4-way trailer showdown, and we've got like animated versus live action. And I just made that up, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to do animated versus live action.
Oh, okay. I like it.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like this is like a tag team.
It is.
Like a wrestle match.
It is. It's like the tag team championships of the world. And it's going to be animated team Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and Wreck-It Ralph 2 versus Peter Jackson's Mortal Engines and Bumblebee. Ooh. So let's talk about the animated ones first. What do you think? Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I was watching this and the animation style is very, very weird. I genuinely thought I was going to be more hyped for this trailer.
Really?
And I don't know. Maybe it just... maybe I have to go back and watch it a couple of times, but it just didn't really hit it for me.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it looks fun, but I don't know if this is like a movie that you would go to the cinemas to see.
Oh, man, I am hyped as hell for this movie.
You know what? The only thing is I can only be impressed from this point on.
Yeah.
So expectations are set really, really low for it. What do you think of it?
I loved it, man. I thought it was really good. I love the animation style as opposed to you.
Yeah.
I think it's got an absolutely fantastic cast attached to it. You've also got the fact that it's Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
Yes.
Who didn't do Solo, but they did do the Lego movie and a whole bunch of other stuff, 21 Jump Street, all that. So you know it's going to be quality. And I think, I don't know, man. I mean, we're talking about Miles Morales, which is amazing in the fact that we have him in his, like, front and center in his own movie. But then we get, like, an old Peter Parker, and we also get a Spider-Gwen.
I'm excited for the Spider-Gwen.
Yeah, so there's...
I'm, you know, I will probably see this in the movie, but, like, how come Peter Parker wasn't more excited about that?
Well, you know...
Maybe he hasn't killed her yet.
Well, no, I think it's probably more because... how it seems to be, like, how the story is going to go is that Miles Morales actually kind of dimension hops.
Oh, okay.
And he picks up kind of like spider people along the way.
Yeah.
And they all have to kind of team together to beat the bad guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of how it's sort of set out to be. So,
very cool.
You know, I wonder if we'll get some, Spider Ham action, that sort of thing.
You know they will.
They had better.
They 100% will.
Of all the spiders out there, get some goddamn Spider-Ham. But I loved it, man. I think it looks great. And like I said, great cast too. So what can you say?
Yeah.
I'm hyped.
You're hyped?
I will go to the cinema to see this for sure.
I'll go see it, but my expectations are set low.
Right,
so I'm not going to go in disappointed.
You got a bit of time yet because it is December. So.
Yeah.
Now, what about Wreck-It Ralph 2?
This is the most meta trailer I'll ever see.
It's like a Ready Player One of like animated.
Yeah,
movies.
it's like this is Ready Player One of Disney.
Yeah.
So move over, Deadpool. This is where all the fourth wall's going to come in.
Yeah. Well, do you reckon they'll fourth wall break?
100%.
You think so?
Oh, well, they kind of already did.
How so?
Like with the whole title of the thing, like break the internet, wreck the internet.
Yeah, I suppose. Less hyped, but like I liked Wreck-It Ralph. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was like one of the dark horses of like animated Disney movies.
Yeah.
I had no expectations. Like John C. Reilly is a unique character in himself. So
definitely.
You either hate him or you love him. I love him. So I had a ball with Wreck-It Ralph 1.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited to see what they do with Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Except you got a problem with Sarah Silverman's voice.
I hate it.
Yeah, it is one of those things.
It's like a chainsaw, and I just cringe. It's like, yuck.
Did you ever see her comedy show, the Sarah Silverman program?
No way.
Oh, man. It was fantastic.
I don't know if you're being serious.
No, I am. I own it on DVD.
Wow.
Yeah. Season 1 and 2. So if you ever
and it
want
got
to
cancelled,
borrow
I'm sure.
it did get cancelled, yeah.
Huh.
But if you ever want to borrow it, check it out. I know you might have a problem with her voice, but she's funny as hell. Let's move into the live action. So Peter Jackson's Mortal Engines. Talk to me.
Nah. This just like
this podcast is over.
This movie is 100% not for me. Aggressively not for me.
It is aggressively not for you, my friend. Yeah.
It kind of. I'm not into that type of fantasy world.
What is your... No, actually, don't answer that question.
But that has a very fantasy element to it. Like,
oh, yeah, for sure.
It's like a steampunk world.
Yeah, although they kind of, I think... I don't know if it was Peter Jackson or someone came out and said, look, it's not steampunk, it's this. It's some sort of like post-apocalyptic-y type of thing. Even though like in the books itself, it's kind of supposed to be like a bit steampunky.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
It's steampunk, mate.
Well, is it?
It's too clean to be steampunk, I guess.
Yeah, well, just because it's a giant city on wheels.
It's new punk.
It's new punk. Neo steampunk.
Yeah.
Can we call it that?
I like that.
Yeah, but it's basically what is it? So it's effectively where in the I don't know, something's happened.
Something's happened. I don't know what's happened, but cities are destroyed in a day. This machine's called London.
Well, it is London.
Is it London?
It's literally, and they go around and it basically like they are effectively raping the resources of like other towns and stuff that they towns and cities that it kind of envelops.
Yeah, right.
As it goes around. I don't really know. I haven't read the books or anything like that. Hopefully, we've got some fans out there in the listeners that can school us on it, because I'm kind of with you. As much as I like Peter Jackson and everything that he's done with Lord of the Rings and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, this was very underwhelming.
Yeah, like I am zero hype for this.
Yeah,
zero hype. I don't care what it's about. There seems to be like a threat that might annoy one person.
Yeah. Mate, well, I mean, it's a city that eats other cities, mate. That's going to annoy a bit more than one person.
Yeah, but I don't get that impression from the trailer. It's like, you killed my mother. It's like, I'm sure this thing's killed, like, well, it says entire cities. It's like, I think your vendetta for one person should be like a little bit more broader.
Yeah, okay.
Like, you're going in there with the wrong
Many
reasons,
people's
mate.
mothers have died,
Yeah.
is what you're saying.
Many Marthas have died.
Many Marthas died on that day. And, well, that's going to take us to Bumblebee then. Now, what do you think about this?
Fuck this movie.
Seriously?
It looks like it's going to be sad as shit.
Sad.
I already feel sad watching this trailer.
Yeah, right. Hitting you in the feels?
Right in the feels.
Yeah, right.
I don't understand why Bumblebee is acting so scared. Like, he didn't actually have to reveal himself to this woman.
Well, you don't know what happened before. He's been around for ages.
Well, who knows?
He just, like there was Nazi Germany. That happened.
Yeah.
That's a thing. We saw that in the last night, I think.
Who did you watch that?
Not all of it. I can't. I can't make it through.
Is that the one with Anthony Hopkins in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got about halfway through that movie and I was just like, this is just who watches this?
Well, in all fairness, halfway through is 3 hours of movie. So
yeah, true.
You gave it a good shot. But look, I guess for me, I'm excited because for the first time, we have a different director.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're not stuck in the Michael Bay world anymore. We're kind of in Travis Knight's world now. And while he hasn't really done much else other than Kubo and the Two Strings, what he did with that was really good. So he can tell a story, right, which Michael Bay can't do. So hopefully we get some quality out of it. And I think, again, it's got a good cast. Like Haley Steinfeld is... she's an up and comer, man.
Yeah, she's
She's Spider-Gwen in Into the Spider-Verse. So, and she's got a lot of things happening, and she's a singer and a dancer and all this sort of stuff as well. She's a triple threat.
Oh no, we got a new JT on the
we got
block.
a new Justin Timberlake. But also, obviously you've got John Cena, and that's all I know.
I didn't see him.
No. Didn't see him in there at all. But yeah, so look, I'm more pumped than I thought I would be.
Yeah.
After seeing it, I think it looked good. I think Bumblebee looks great.
Yeah, I think Bumblebee looks great, but does Bumblebee look a lot smaller?
Well, yeah, because he's a V-dub, mate. He's not like a tricked out Camaro.
Yeah, but I kind of feel Transformers are a set size.
Nah.
They can't shrink themselves.
Didn't Optimus Prime just like look at another truck and then just became that truck? Can't they then just like transform themselves into whatever they want?
I don't think they can like transform their size though.
Well, how do you go from a VW to a Camaro?
Well, that's what I'm asking, Troy.
Well, then
this is ridiculous, mate.
But that's what I'm saying. So he can do that because he has done it.
Why don't
All
they
they
just...
got to do is it's like I don't know, some friggin' tricky robot algorithm that kind of like they look at the car and they scan it.
It's the nanobots and stuff.
It's the nanobots and whatnot. And then they just they big themselves to that size.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Someone explain this to us because
Someone understand the science of Transformers and how they can, can they get bigger? You know what I'm excited about?
What?
We spoke about this a little bit last week, but not for this movie. Starscream's in it.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty cool. So, we were talking about Soundwave last week, but Starscream as well is probably one of my other favorite Decepticons.
Yeah, he's a good... Like, he's not a good guy, but like he's my fave bad boy.
Yeah, but he's got that annoying... he's got a real annoying, like, screechy voice.
Yeah.
If you remember from the cartoon.
He's like a Miami robot.
No,
He's got attitude, man.
yeah, I suppose, yeah, but he's kind of like he's got a Sarah Silverman voice.
Yeah. Oh, don't go there.
It's pretty annoying. All right, so I think it's fairly obvious, right? But Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and Wreck-It Ralph 2 versus Peter Jackson's Mortal Engines and Bumblebee. What won it for you?
Animated.
Yeah?
Animated. Easily. And, if our animated had to go head-to-head, I'm going Wreck-It Ralph 2, baby.
Damn.
Yeah, how about you?
I would say animated as well, but obviously more for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. But I am not hating Bumblebee, let me tell you that, man.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
So let's see what it's got. I mean, a lot of this stuff's coming out towards the end of the year, but looking forward to it. There's a lot happening, man. There's a lot coming.
Sad news for DC fans, Troy.
TV DC fans.
Yeah, well, especially fans of Legends of Tomorrow.
What's happening?
We're losing Kid Flash.
Kid Flash.
So-
Did we ever really have him?
Well, we did actually for Legends of Tomorrow, the season 3.
Half a season. Yeah.
And I really enjoyed the character on that show. And it just seems like no one wants to have Kid Flash on their team at the CW network.
Yeah, and I don't understand why. Because, I mean, the guy is not necessarily, like, he doesn't have scheduling conflicts or anything like that. It's kind of like, oh, hey, he's not actually going to be a series regular in season 4. And even though, we just lost 2 people on Arrow, he's not going to Arrow. And, he's not going back to Flash because there's about 400 of them there. So he's just kind of done. And that's disappointing. I thought he was a really good character. I did enjoy him. It took me a while to warm up, but I got there in the end.
Yeah. And especially with the way that the Flash finished this season. Have you seen that?
No.
Do you want me to talk about it?
Tell me, man.
So,
I don't care.
Here's spoilers for the most recent season of The Flash. So we get one of the Tornado twins.
Okay, yeah.
So one of Barry Allen's kids, the daughter.
I did see that.
We do have another speedster in the show. So I really feel for Lonsdale here because it's like, how can you write me out of the show where I was actually a genuine character that was like 2 seasons of character building to bring in another speedster?
Yeah. Is Iris still speeding around by
No,
the end
not
of the
anymore.
season? Okay, so that was just a little brief dalliance with the Speed Force. Interesting. Okay, it's it's a shame because like he did bring a lot to it, and he is an Aussie, so there is that. We've got that connection with him. Hey, we'll reach out to him, see if we can get him on the show and find out what the hell's going on. Now there's been some leaked stuff on Reddit, mate, and take that for what you will.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of leaked stuff on Reddit. But there's been a whole heap of like DC leaks that have come out, and they're apparently from reliable sources. But as with anything on the internet, mate, take it for what you will.
Yeah.
But they've come out and they've got like things from what's really going to happen with the Green Lantern Corps movie, and Ray Fisher no longer being Cyborg, and the whole
What?
Yeah. So we'll talk about Green Lantern Corps first, because basically what this whole thing was is, for the longest time we've been talking about, not us, everyone's been talking about how this movie was going to be like a buddy cop movie, and it was going to be Hal Jordan and John Stewart, but apparently it seems like they're, according to the rumors, so don't at me if it doesn't happen, because I didn't say it. But Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz are actually going to be the 2 characters that they focus on, with Jessica Cruz kind of really being the main sort of person.
Yeah, right.
And they're kind of going to go on a bit of a journey to find Hal because he lost his ring in space somewhere.
He lost it.
He lost his ring in space.
How do they know?
Or he's lost in deep space without his ring because his ring seeks out Jessica Cruz.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
then he's just dead then.
Well, unless he's on a place like Titan in Infinity War where everyone can just breathe the air anyway.
Yeah, true.
So, it could just be completely fine.
Look, I'm not going to hate that idea because these 2, I believe, are the current Green Lantern run that's going on in the new DC run.
Yeah, okay.
And the female character is kind of like a new Green Lantern.
Sure.
So she's kind of learning the ropes, and it's really, really cool. So
Like
I only read maybe 6 issues of the Green Lantern run so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's really unsure. So this will be kind of like I still think we'll get that kind of buddy cop movie, but it'll be like, here's the rookie and here's the veteran, and they're teaming up.
See, I don't know a lot about the Simon Baz Green Lantern either.
Yeah.
So, I can't really, like, is he experienced? Has he been around for a while? Like, can someone let me know? Because I just don't know.
He has the most interesting Green Lantern outfit.
Really?
Yeah, like it's a full bodysuit.
Well, I like that.
Yeah.
It's like a sprinter, but with a head bit. You remember the thing? It's the Kathy Freeman sprinter suit.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. That's good. So apparently with Cyborg, this whole talk about Cyborg and Ray Fisher, he's apparently very upset with the way the character was kind of treated in Justice League, how he was kind of dropped from the Flash movie, how he was kind of dropped from having his own solo movie, how the fact that they've kind of got a Doom Patrol TV series happening and they're going to bring Cyborg into that, but they don't want Ray Fisher as the Cyborg.
How are you going to do Cyborg on TV, like on a TV budget?
Smallville.
Yeah. Here's your silver jacket.
You just put him in a silver jacket.
I stand corrected.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Come on. So it's basically he's kind of like he's very upset with the whole treatment. So it's reported that he could be pretty much on his way out.
That doesn't surprise me. I mean, this guy, from everything we saw in the Justice League trailer, he had a massive backstory.
Yeah.
And like ultimately, he's like the main player.
He was in a football game.
He was in a football game, mate. He was
team captain.
Was he team captain?
Well, he was the quarterback.
Was he the quarterback?
I don't know.
No, why would the quarterback be running the ball, Troy? That makes no sense. You don't know sports.
I do know sports. Sometimes they do that. Just not if you're Tom Brady, because you look like a friggin' baby giraffe.
Yeah.
Just learning how to run.
But anyway, this guy seemed to have a pretty big backstory, and he was like the key player in what the Justice League really is. I mean, the guy's a mother box.
Yeah.
And
what'd you call him?
A mother box.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Not a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But he was, like, ultimately, he's the biggest key to what that team would have had in that movie and just completely unutilized.
Yeah, for sure. I do agree.
It was almost just like, we need to get Superman back. Forget what everyone else can do.
Yeah, it was very weird.
It was.
It was very strange. Another rumor is that Ben Affleck could be back as the Batman.
Oh, Batman Watch is back, baby.
Batman Watch. Now, this is apparently, and, again, please, don't at me. Just take it all with a grain of salt. These are my words. These are Reddit words.
These are your words, Troy. I saw this account. It said Troy Spinner.
Yeah. He's recently kind of gone through a divorce and everything, and he's having money troubles, so he's now trying to renegotiate terms to come back on board and continue on as the character when previously he'd kind of said that, there would be one more appearance and that was probably it. So what do you think about that?
I want him back.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He was the best Batman that's ever been on screen.
I definitely agree with you.
So if he's having money troubles, like everyone just go ask Ben Affleck for $20. So he's like kind of forced into doing these roles.
Everyone, when you see Ben Affleck, just hit him up. But here's my thing.
He spent like too much money on that like ridiculous back tattoo. That's the worst tattoo I've ever seen in my life.
All his money went into that goddamn phoenix rising from the ashes, taking up his whole bat back. How do these celebrities that make so much money have money troubles? Where does it all happen?
Well, you see, it's. I think it
doesn't that stress you out a little bit?
No, because wealth is like very subjective into like what do you think where the wealth is? Because he could have a lot of property, he could have a lot of investments, so it could be
just not liquid.
Yeah, he hasn't got like actual cash money.
Yeah, he doesn't have a $20 note to give you.
Yeah,
he's also a hefty gambler.
Oh, is he?
So there is that.
Yeah, well,
as well.
That's fair.
Look, I hope that's not true. I mean, I hope it's true that he is the Batman for however much longer we need
forever.
It for. But I do hope that it's not true about having money problems. One of the other things that was listed was that the Rogues are probably going to be the lead villains in The Flash. And so, yeah, it sounds like they're going to keep it a little bit more grounded than Flashpoint.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yep.
How do you go to, like, the first Flash movie is Flashpoint?
Well, you do that because you don't actually care about your Flash movie. You just want to make it, so you can fix your universe.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so I don't think it's necessarily like, I think they thought like, oh, fuck, we're going to fix it. Like, we're fucked up along the way. We've done some good things, but we've fucked up most of it.
I don't think it needs to like really be fixed.
Neither do I. I don't think it needs to be reset or anything like
No,
that. But I
not
think
at
that
all.
was, maybe initially the thought process. It's like, hey, if this all goes really, really bad, then this is our key to turn it around.
Absolutely.
And they've kind of gone, oh, well, maybe we don't need to do that, or whatever it is. But I would want to see a more grounded Flash. You know what I mean? I like, as much as Flashpoint would be cool. Let's get there eventually. But I think, for now, Flash versus the Rogues, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, if you think about Flashpoint, there's some characters in there that like you wouldn't want to put in there at the moment. It's kind of like, do you want an evil Wonder Woman?
Yeah, well, characters we've barely even seen.
Exactly.
And
Audiences, like your general audience, wouldn't know how to go about why is Wonder Woman bad now? I'm done with this.
Yeah.
DCU's a mess.
And why is she married to Aquaman?
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Exactly.
That one little conversation that they had on the friggin', on the bat plane or whatever.
Why has Batman got guns? Oh, no, wait. Batman's always got guns in this universe.
Yeah. But, like, why is he not Ben Affleck in this one?
Yeah, why are his eyes glowing red?
Yeah, so, look, there's a whole, like... And that's very much a criticism of the Zack Snyder universe, in the fact that it is very, like, kind of... You have to be a fan to get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very inaccessible to others from the outside looking in. But, I mean, that's not necessarily my opinion, but... I can see it. And if you're going to throw a Flashpoint movie, then that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty excited to have the Rogues Gallery on the big screen.
Yeah.
Like, just a bunch of rascals doing rascal things. And, like, the Flash is a fun character. And the Rogues are a fun, like, team.
Yeah. They're not overly, like, they're not... Well, you can argue that they're probably a little too underpowered for how overpowered the Flash is.
But, absolutely.
But this Flash currently... is not there yet.
Yeah.
So it works perfectly.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. One of the other things is that basically we are probably... No, not probably. We're definitely not going to get Black Adam in Suicide Squad 2, as previously kind of reported. So now it is completely unclear once again as to when Dwayne Johnson is going to give us Black Adam.
I don't think we're ever going to see.
It's one of these things. It's a red herring.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're never going to see it. It's just going to be teased and teased and teased. You think about how long this goddamn thing has been teased for. And I love this character.
This was talked about when Man of Steel came out.
Before. I swear to God it was before that. We've been talking about this thing for decades now.
It's insane.
I think The Rock was barely kind of like... He was still at the start of his, burgeoning... leading man career.
I think you're right, because I remember the MCU was like really starting to kick off, and this is like when these talks were starting to happen.
Yeah, and this was like way back in the day. Like he was aligned to like 3 or 4 different roles at the same time. There was Black Adam, there was Namor the Submariner. There was Johnny Bravo. There was like so many different things that like The Rock is going to be this, he's going to be this, he's going to be this. And you kind of just went, all right, cool. Well, one of them's going to happen.
No.
And so far, none of them have. And we still haven't got Black Adam. So yeah, I'm with you, man. I don't think it's ever going to happen.
Well, what do you think? Shazam's in the can now. It's all shot.
It's done.
It's shot in 61 days.
Because you wouldn't bring Black Adam to Shazam, would you?
Yeah, because why would you do that?
But, I get you want to, like, bring your character in first and you don't want to have that overshadowed by somebody like The Rock. Like, it makes sense. You don't want it to be The Rock's movie because it's not about that.
I think, honestly, The Rock is like a money machine. Like, you put The Rock in anything and he just prints money.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't the DCEU do that?
Yeah, but don't you think, though, back to my point, that it would take away from everybody else? And then all of a sudden, it's not a Shazam movie. It's a Shazam movie starring The Rock. And The Rock gets top billing. And it's all about The Rock. And The Rock is in all the promotional images and all this sort of stuff. Because he would be.
And that's the problem. I guess The Rock is too high caliber for it.
Shazam 2? Sure.
Yeah.
Like, let them have their first movie first. But it really kind of depends on the tone that they take with Shazam anyway. And it seems like it's going to be very, very lighthearted.
Yeah.
60 days isn't that bad, by the way. It's not that... Like, it's not that quick, if that's what you think.
I feel like it is.
No, it's completely normal.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It just depends on how much time they spend in post-production and stuff like that.
All filmed in frozen Canada.
Definitely. One more thing, not from the Reddit source of leaks. This is legit,
This is official.
Apparently. This is official. Jared Leto is going to get his own standalone Joker movie And what are your thoughts on that, my friend?
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah, you're hell yeah.
I want it, man, because like we need to move on from what the Joker is in everyone's like romanticized mind.
Right.
I like what this Joker can be. He may not have been like extremely well represented in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And all the reports are that, 90% of what the amazing stuff that he did was left on the cutting room floor. I believe it because there's something to this character that we kind of see is a little bit like he's a maniac. He's like just not right. And we see that a little bit in Suicide Squad. And then it's kind of all undone at the end of it when he's like real cartoony and he's like, let's go, Harley.
Yeah. Do you think he can carry his own movie, though? And I don't mean Jared Leto. I mean the character of the Joker. Well, this iteration of the Joker.
Yeah, that's going to be the hard part because it's kind of like, what is there to really tell about the Joker? Because no one really knows a lot about the Joker. Without Batman, who is the Joker?
Yeah, yeah. And that's kind of the thing. And like, what is the motivation of him, if not, kind of
messing with the Batman. Yeah.
And if you're not going to bring the Batman into it, that's fine. But what are you going to do with it? And is it going to be a prequel again to kind of how he became? Jared Leto's ageless, by the way. That dude is like nearly 50.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's 10. So he could dead set keep doing this forever. You could do a prequel where it's a 20-year-old Joker, have it with Jared Leto, and still look exactly the same as he does right now.
Well, what do you want from a Joker movie?
I don't want a Joker movie.
You don't want one?
It's as simple as that.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think the character is. It's not a lead.
Wow.
I think it serves better as a foil. I think it serves better as the antagonist in a movie.
Yeah.
With someone else in it. Do you know what I mean? I think it would have been better served to have his Joker should have been the villain in Suicide Squad 2, right?
Okay.
That makes sense to me. That would have been perfect, right? But not to have him lead his own movie. And that's not just Jared Leto's version. That's just the Joker in general.
Yeah, fair enough.
And they're already talking about doing another standalone movie and having it be, like a prequel as well. And I don't know, man.
Well, I've just figured it out, Troy.
What?
Him versus Robin.
Yeah. But for a whole movie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. I don't see it, but hey, man, if someone's going to make it anyway, what are we going to do? Okay, plenty of good TV shows come and go, mate. But every now and then, they produce characters so brilliant and so iconic that they become more popular than the shows themselves.
Oh, yeah, they do.
And that's why this week, thanks to an idea we got from Facebook listener community member Troy Ellington. Thank you, Troy, for this one. We're talking about our top 5 favorite live-action TV characters of all time. Now, how did you have as much trouble as I did with this list?
Yeah, look, I've watched a lot of TV, Troy. Mm-hmm. I think I've watched 99% of TV that's out there.
Yeah, that's ever been.
Yeah. This was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
For sure.
Just ever. Like, I've made a lot of tough choices in life, and this top 5 was right at the top.
So I got to 20 fairly easily, and I think I kind of stopped myself, and it's like, all right, man, come on.
You're being a dickhead now.
No, you're just being stupid. You're just being greedy. And I agonized over it. Like, every single one of them is just an iconic sort of character that has kind of at some point made a pretty decent impact on my life, right? TV life.
Yeah.
Not so much my real life. But I managed to get it down to 7. And then I kind of I legit to get my 5, I had to start internet coin tossing.
Wow. Are you kidding?
No, the 2 that didn't make the cut for the top 5, the 2 that didn't make the cut for the top 5, coin toss, baby.
Wow.
Coin toss.
Holy moly.
How about you?
Yeah, look, I got to a top 10.
Yeah.
Like, super quick. Super quick.
Yeah.
I whittled it down to a top 8, and then I'm just like, all right, here we go. And I brought out the knives. I had to get ruthless.
Got to be brutal.
You have to be brutal with a list like this. So,
all right. Well, shall we kick it off then?
I think so. Let's do this. It's very deep and emotional right now. It's you have to sacrifice a child.
Well, that's basically what I felt like I was doing, especially when I got down to those final 7. I'm like, I can't let any of these people go, but I know Cade won't let me slip 7 people in.
I had to text you during the week. I'm like, you don't get any fucking extras this week, Troy.
Just make sure it's 5. And I've kind of done it, sort of, but we'll see about that soon. Now, why don't you kick us off then with your number 5?
Okay, my number 5, and this probably won't be a surprise to anyone. It is Mulder from the X-Files.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this guy is like probably on my list. He will be the most integrated in pop culture as well.
Okay,
I don't think you could find anyone in this world who does not know who Fox Mulder is, Troy. And
Probably.
They wouldn't have even had to seen X-Files to know that.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. To an extent.
To an extent?
Yeah. Like, I guess I can say that from personal experience because I have never really seen X-Files.
Yeah.
And I know who Fox Mulder is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know it's David Duchovny. You know what I mean? And David Duchovny can do whatever he wants now forever, and he's always going to be Fox Mulder.
And that's it. And actually, that's a really good way of how I've made this list is like, this is how these people will be remembered forever.
Yeah.
So, Mulder, kooky, loves conspiracy theories.
Does.
The truth is out there, mate.
Sounds like you a bit.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, a little bit.
I base my life now off Fox Mulder.
Yeah, except you're Fats Mulder.
Yeah, Fat Mulder.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one, man. I figured somebody from the X-Files was going to pop up somewhere on your list.
Yeah.
I figured it'd be Fox, not Dana. Not Dana?
No.
Does she factor anywhere? She's a bit straight.
Yeah.
A bit straight-laced.
Yeah, too straight-laced for me, mate. I like to do my laces up nice and tricky.
Nice and crooked.
Yeah.
Just like laces should be.
That's right, Troy.
Yeah.
And, for a TV show to run for 10 seasons, then get called back. Sorry, 9 seasons and get called back for 10 and 11.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, mate.
Yeah, that's good. Cool. I like it.
What's your number 5?
My number 5, and you've got to remember that this is the one that got the 5th spot by coin toss.
Yes.
So there were 2 that
You're going to tell me
make the
both
cut.
anyway.
No, I will tell you at the end.
Okay.
Like when we've done it all. If we've got time, I'll tell you the 2 that didn't quite make the cut. This might be on your list. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm not going to lead on to anything if it is.
Okay. Ron Swanson, Parks and Recreation.
Yeah, I figured this will be on your list.
Yeah.
Good character.
Hell yeah. Good character. One of the greatest men to
Of all
ever.
time.
Yeah. One of the Parks and Recreation is such a good show. And when I was putting my list together, it's kind of like, Andy Dwyer, for sure. Chris Pratt's character.
Yeah.
Leslie Knope has to be on there. You know what I mean? Like there's so many different characters that you could go, like Tom Haverford, all of them. And you could go, any one of them could pretty much fit the bill.
100%.
But Ron Swanson has basically... Nick Offerman doesn't exist anymore. Nick Offerman is just Ron Swanson.
Have
in
you
my
seen
eyes.
him without a moustache?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's gross.
But every time you see him, no matter what you see him in, all I see now is Ron Swanson.
Yeah.
And like we're talking about, I think he played the character for about 6 years. I think
Yep.
there was like 6 or 7 seasons. And it's just one of those things. Like he is insanely quotable. It is like
Relatable.
like he is basically he could write there could be the Book of Man by Ron Swanson.
And it'll just be pictures of him.
It'd just be pictures of him, and just I don't know, just the character is amazing.
I kind of figure if your dad isn't Ron Swanson, you've got 2 mums.
That's pretty well perfect.
Yeah.
So look, I mean, I have never been a fan of the mustache, but Ron Swanson almost made me want to try to grow a mustache, a dad stash.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just couldn't do it. I physically can't do it because I pale in comparison to Ron Swanson. But yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so that's my number 5, man.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
That's a really good pick.
Yeah.
My number 4, Troy, is Dr. Hannibal from the Hannibal TV series.
Oh, really?
Yeah, how's that for a little bit of a shoehorn in there?
I knew you liked the show, but I didn't necessarily think that, it would be that high for you.
Yeah, this guy is simply amazing. And
such a good cook.
Such a good cook. Like, cooks a good leg of Gillian.
I probably overlaughed, but it was good.
Yeah, you enjoy it. But this character he's also cemented in I guess TV. No, well, not TV, more so movie history, and the fact that they brought out this and a rendition of him.
Yeah.
Is simply amazing, and you can't beat this performance.
Well, see that, and that's kind of what makes it so good, because I was a massive fan of this show. The fact that you have such an iconic character in Anthony Hopkins' version of this character, and then Mads Mikkelsen has come along and given it his own thing, and it's like, holy crap, like that is also Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like,
which one's better?
yeah, exactly. So, and a lot of people will argue, oh, well, obviously Anthony Hopkins, but is it?
Is it?
Like, is it though? Go back and check it out and watch the 3 seasons of Hannibal and tell me that Mads Mikkelsen didn't kill it. As it
Literally.
were. Yeah.
And like the fact that this didn't get a 4th season kills me.
Mate, shocking.
Absolutely shocking.
But I kind of, like, I like the way, like, it did finish enough that you can kind of go, yeah, I'm happy enough with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way that this character just like twists everyone around him
man.
to become him.
Yeah.
Oh, so good, Troy.
Oh, it is. It is good. Look, I am actually surprised that it didn't make my top 20.
Are you kind of like disappointed
But I'm
now?
disappointed. I'm looking at some of the other ones in that list, and I'm like, you're not as good as that.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
What's your number 4?
My number 4 is Jack Bauer.
Jack Bauer.
Jack Bauer from 24.
You went on a massive 24 binge.
I lost part of my life binging 24 because it had been on for quite some time and I'd never like watched it, and I was sick of everyone talking about like how good it was, and like Jack Bauer was like the greatest character you'll ever see, and he's like, you know, if he yeah, you know what I mean, he was in 8 seasons. They made a goddamn movie. They made a goddamn 24 mini-series. They brought out a season called 24 Legacy that didn't have him in it, and it sucked. Yeah, so, like, Jack Bauer is legitimately... He looks like Kiefer Sutherland, because he is, right? But he looks like Kiefer Sutherland is built. But he will fuck your shit up.
Fair enough.
He will take on governments and bring them down. This man is like, he's like Chuck Norris, but not a total dickhead. You know what I mean? Because in real life, Chuck Norris is a dickhead.
Is he?
Yeah. He's a dead set dickhead.
Yeah, right.
No one should ever be like trying to be like Chuck Norris, but they should be trying to be like Jack Bauer. Because this guy is just like, there is nothing that this man can't do.
I have a confession to make here, Troy.
Don't tell me you've never seen 24.
I've never seen 24.
Oh.
My mum used to watch it, Troy, and I was like, that is not for me.
I can sort of see how it might be kind of like a mum show, but it's not.
Oh, that handsome man saving the day again.
Yeah. He's too badass to be a mum show.
Okay.
But idolized by mums.
Maybe.
But not to be watched.
Okay.
By them, you know. Yeah, like, you know, rough and tough young handsome boys can watch it too.
Well,
Cade.
look, Troy, I'm in my like lull of TV shows. There's no CWs on TV anymore.
Watch 24, bro.
Maybe I might get the 24 series off you.
Once you go down that rabbit hole, you might never come back.
Yeah.
Because it's addictive.
Damn.
Even though an entire season is 24 hours, and it's kind of like, can that guy really make all that happen in 24 hours? And
does that make you
is
feel
yes, because
like
he's Jack
hopeless?
Bauer. It makes me feel like I pale in comparison to a man like Jack Bauer.
Yeah.
You know? But so iconic now. Like, Kiefer Sutherland had such a good career before that, and it kind of lulled. And I think, you know, because he had problems with, you know, the law and substance abuse and whatnot, and still does, and all that. It doesn't matter. But this is the character that turned him around. And I refuse to see Kiefer Sutherland as anybody else but Jack Bauer from now on. Even in his new show, Designated Survivor. He's the president, but is the president really Jack Bauer?
I've actually heard really good things about that TV show.
Yeah, so have I. Anyway, that's my number 4. What's your number 3?
My number 3 now, like, you know how I said there's no splits? Yeah. And I actually have a split on here.
Ooh.
So, and I'm going to make my decision right now.
Damn, live on air.
Live on air.
Oh my God.
Dwight from The Office.
Oh, now was this between Dwight and Michael?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So Dwight just wins out for the fact that he's memeable.
Oh, very memeable.
And like they're both memeable.
Oh,
but
actually, they're both very memeable.
oh, see, this is so hard already. It's like I have to go on the internet and find out who had more memes.
See, here's the thing about, because like I am deep into some Office watching right now, right? So last week when we spoke, I had watched season 1.
Yes.
I have now finished season 3, and like a week later, and I'm into season 4.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm killing it, and I've got the girlfriend in on it too now, and she'll sit there and put up with me while I watch 6 episodes of The Office straight.
And you know what? They're not short episodes either.
No, they're between 22 and 30 minutes per, depending. But yeah, I get it, but neither of them are really what you would call necessarily likable. They get likable and you like them because of their flaws and because of but when you actually break it down, they're not. You know what I mean?
I think it's
they're
just
strange.
their
They're strange
mannerisms.
people. Yeah.
And that's what's great about it. I mean, Beats, Bears, Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, of
like,
course.
what else do you really need to say?
Well, that was Jim technically that said that. But
I know, but the thing is, like, it's Jim parodying him. You know, this gave me a new love for beets. I didn't know what beets were. I had to realize that it was beetroots, mate. We call it something different here in Australia.
Yeah, we call it beetroot.
Yeah. Oh, so good. So good. And you know what? The easiest character to cosplay ever. Go get yourself a yellow short sleeve button-up t-shirt.
Yeah.
Crappy tie. Big old glasses.
Big old glasses. That's fairly true.
And he's a ladies' man. He absolutely kills it on the show.
Yeah, well, okay, that's fair. I'm surprised, though, that it's at number 3 for you.
Yeah.
I dead set thought we were going to get some Office action. I knew that was happening, but I dead set thought it was going to be right up there around the number 1 spot. So I'm interested now. Not that I wasn't before, but, I'm more interested.
The list is still going.
Yep. That's how lists work, pal.
What's your number 3, Troy?
My number 3 is where I fuck with the rules a bit because that's what I do. That's what I do, baby.
I'm about to hit stop on this recording.
I threw in a twofer.
You can't do this. You have to make a split decision. I just did the same.
No, it's not like that because these two they come together. You can't have one without the other.
You're messing with me, mate.
I am messing with you a little bit, but I am talking about Turk and JD from Scrubs. You can't have one without the other. I won't allow it.
I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide. I'm not surprised this is on your list.
Yeah.
And I thought you were going to break the rules, and you did.
And I did.
But you know what? For this, I'll let it happen.
Thank you so much. Turk and JD, man, what can you say? 8 seasons. There was technically a 9th, but no one knows about that.
The writer's strike one?
No, that was the final
7.
season. The final season was the one where they kind of tried to bring new people in.
Oh, yuck.
Yeah, and they kind of let the old people go and they tried to push it into a whole new realm and it failed miserably.
Damn.
Yeah. But these two, man, are like the epitome of bro love.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you couldn't really name a TV show or even a movie where the bro love is as strong as this.
Oh, no way. Scrubs is my Office to you.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? And it's been, because what did The Office have? 9 seasons?
Yep.
So, yeah, about the same sort of time. Almost around the same time. What time did The Office start? That was about mid-2000s,
Oh,
right?
yeah, it was.
Yeah. So, yeah, a bit earlier, but it was happening around the same time. But Turk and JD, man, some of the best on-screen bro chemistry that you're ever likely to see. Hugely quotable as well.
Definitely.
100%. Could you have JD without Turk? No. He wouldn't be anywhere near as cool.
Well, they actually tried to do that with a recent TV show where it's actually based about podcasts, believe it or not. The guy who created Gimlet Media.
Oh, yeah.
And it had 1 season.
Damn.
It got cancelled.
Well, it's about podcasts.
Yeah. Who would have thought a TV show about an audio format would have failed?
Right. You just got to listen to it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's really good if you just listen to it.
You know what? If you listen to the audio only, amazing. Kills it.
Just mint. Zach Braff, he is one of those characters, but I don't know if he's if his character of John Dorian could stand alone without Turk, because Turk really brings him kind of back down and gives him that cool factor that he definitely does not have without him there. So yeah, JD and Turk, baby, number 3.
Good stuff.
All day.
Very good. Very good. Number 2, Troy.
Number 2s, man.
This is going to be no surprise to you. Walter White.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Not bad.
I am the one who knocks, Troy.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy, he ruled TV for a good 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't talk to anyone without them saying, hey, did you watch Breaking Bad?
Yep. And if they didn't, you're like, oh, yeah, we can't be friends.
Yeah, I'm deleting you from my life.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad, man, was an absolute game changer in TV. I mean, it's comparable to you for The Wire.
Yeah, for sure. It was my number 2 TV show of all time.
Number 2 TV show of all time. This is my number 1 TV show of all time.
Yes.
My Breaking Bad is just simply beautifully written, perfectly casted with Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Like the guy who was the dad on Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, who would have thought?
Who would have thought that he could have been such a badass? Like this character, you know, he's got cancer. He's dying. He's like, you know what? I'm going to do one last thing to support my family.
Going to shave my head.
Going to shave my head.
Yeah.
For a cure. And it didn't work.
They keep a rockin' goatee.
Yeah. And, you know, I'm going to go make meth.
Yeah.
And, you know, the transformation of this character is like insane. I don't think you'll find a character on TV that has such an arc that he does to go from like depleted man to like crime lord.
Yeah.
To like just straight up badass.
Yeah, like I really like the arc where he knows he has more than enough.
Yeah.
And he kind of realizes that he's doing it for himself now. And it's got absolutely nothing to do with his motivations previously. And it's just like he just wants the power.
Yeah. And like the things that he has to do, the things that he sacrifices to become who who he wants to be.
Yeah.
It's just like it makes you go, this guy's a fucking prick.
Yeah. 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 Hell yeah.
And like he's probably one of the only characters that you'll hate with a passion, but you're just gonna still kind of go for him.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely an anti-hero.
Absolutely.
For sure. I will let you in on a little secret, my friend. He was in the top 7.
Was he?
He's one of the ones that made the cut. That didn't make the cut. He lost out in the coin toss.
Who to?
To Ron Swanson.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so Ron Swanson was number 5. It was a 3-way coin toss. I'll let you know now. It was Ron Swanson, Walter White, and Sydney Bristow from Alias, Jennifer Garner's character from Alias. Yeah,
you're a big Alias fan.
I'm a massive Alias fan. I'm a massive Jennifer Garner fan. And it was just, I knew they were going to be at the back end, and then like it was kind of breaking my heart tossing that coin, but I had to make it happen, and that's how it was. So but I agree with you. Such a great character, man.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 shouldn't come as any surprise. It is the Doctor from Doctor Who. But which Doctor specifically, you might ask?
This is where I was wondering.
Yeah, so this is where it gets really difficult.
Because I knew there was going to be a Doctor on your list.
Yeah.
I didn't know where else. I'm actually surprised there isn't multiple Doctors.
Yeah, it's just all 5. It's just 5 different Doctors.
Yeah.
Look, there are 4 in the modern era, right? 9, 10, 11, and 12. And they're all really, really good on their own merits.
Yeah.
But if I had to narrow it down to one, and this may trigger some people, but hey, this is my life.
This is your list.
This is my list, all right? You make your own goddamn list. It is 11. It's Matt Smith's character.
Okay.
Yeah, so the younger, kind of more, almost college professor-y, Fez-loving doctor, the River Song-loving,
Fair enough.
Amy Pond-having Doctor.
He has a nice little red bow tie.
He does. Look, I guess kind of why I pick Matt Smith is because, I watched this all very quickly. Like, I jammed my way through New Who, as quickly as I did 24. And it's like when I get onto something, I'm on it.
Oh, yeah. You're all or nothing, baby.
I'm all or nothing. And when David Tennant, when he died, spoiler alert, David Tennant's Doctor doesn't survive. You
almost died when he passed you.
That was Peter Capaldi.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I almost fell on the ground. But when David Tennant's Doctor regenerated,
Do you want to tell the story about that?
I will in a sec. But when he regenerated, I'm like, no one can ever beat that. That's the best shit I've ever seen. No one's going to beat it.
I imagine you drunk on your couch, beer bottle in your... No one can beat that.
I love you. I love you, 10. just bawling my eyes out. But then Matt Smith came along, and by the end of his tenure, which is 3 seasons, I was done, man. I'm like, holy crap. And when he regenerated into Peter Capaldi, I was just a mess. I was just,
Oh, dear.
I was on the ground. It's like lie down, try not to cry a lot.
Yeah.
That was me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and it's just, the character is just, he's so different from what you've seen before and what you get after, but just brought his own real sort of thing to it. And honestly, the Doctor itself is one of the most iconic characters on TV, and I think he's probably the best incarnation of it.
Fair enough.
Now, just quickly, so we went to a Supernova.
Yeah.
And there was some people walking towards me, right? And there was a lady, and then there was a guy, and there was a huge dude in the background. And it's like, I kind of focused on the lady first because
you're an animal like that,
No.
Troy.
She seemed official, but I didn't really see why. And she's like, oh, sorry, we're just kind of moving through. And she was kind of just asking people to kind of move out of the way. So I kind of moved out of the way. And then I looked at the massive dude at the back, and I didn't look at the dude in the middle. And the dude in the middle was Peter fucking Capaldi, and he was about 32 centimeters away from my body. I could have reached out and dry humped him, basically.
You should have.
I should have. And then I kind of realized as he was past my line of sight, and then I turned around and kind of reached out and, died.
I heard your heart break audibly.
Yeah.
Audibly.
It was very loud. It was a loud crack. And some kid was on the floor, and it said hi to it. It said hi to him. And Peter Capaldi said hi back. Imagine I had have said hi. He might have spoken to me.
He could have. He said, hey, Troy.
Hey, man. What's up?
I know you.
I heard you like Matt Smith better than me. Fuck you then.
Yeah. He knew that. That's why he walked right past you, mate.
Yeah, so anyway, that's my story about meeting but not meeting the Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Number ones.
Here we go. The big...
Numero uno.
Numero
baby.
uno.
I honestly don't know what yours is going to be.
Really?
I thought I might, but I don't.
Who do you think it might be?
I'm looking at your face, and see, my 2 guesses were The Office and Breaking Bad.
Oh, right.
And you've kind of thrown me now. So now I feel like it's going to be someone fucking ridiculous. Just someone that I'm like, either I've never heard of or you've never in your life spoken about.
Yeah.
But I'm interested. Who have you got? Who's your number one?
My number one is the great man himself, Ron Swanson.
Oh, damn. Seriously. Okay.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
You cannot go past this man at all.
Yeah.
This guy is the epitome of what a man should be.
That's right.
He's just absolutely hilarious without having to try.
Yeah.
And there's this one scene that whenever I'm sad, I just think of. And it's Ron Swanson drunk in a nightclub dancing.
Yeah.
And you know what it is. You're thinking of it right now.
Everyone is. They know exactly what you're talking about.
It's the best. And we've said enough about how great Ron Swanson is. It's kind of like, I feel like every man has a little bit of Ron Swanson in him. In the sense I know that's a huge breakfast. I'm going to eat the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's my life every day.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, give me all your bacon. And
Yeah.
It's like, I know that sounds like I want a lot of bacon.
But no, I want
all the
your
bacon you have.
And it's like, those are thoughts that you would have as a man.
Yeah, you just don't say them.
You don't say them.
Because you're not Ron Swanson. Yeah.
Exactly.
Such a good character.
The best character.
Yeah.
My number one character, Troy.
That's amazing. Well, I'm glad we're sort of in lockstep a little bit. We one crossover.
One crossover.
Because my number one hasn't been on your list.
Okay.
My number one is Liz Lemon from 30 Rock.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was waiting for a 30 Rock or a Community.
Yeah. See, here's where it's tough. Because with a show like Community, there are kind of standout characters, right? But all of the characters kind of together make them better. If you were to take that character individually, it's not necessarily as good, right? And it's similar to 30 Rock in the sense there are so many good characters on that show, you could say the same thing. But a standout character for me by far, and one of the funniest people on TV, is Liz Lemon. from pretty much all 7 seasons of 30 Rock.
Yeah, she was all the way through.
All the way through, obviously. She's the lead and the creator. Tina Fey, basically 30 Rock made me a Tina Fey fan.
Yep.
And it made me kind of want to watch everything that she does.
Are you a fan of anything else that she's done, though?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure. Mean Girls.
Yep.
That's a Tina Fey thing. The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. That's a Tina Fey creation. Plenty of things. I've read Tina Fey's book, God damn it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a big Tina Fey fan.
I'm a massive Tina Fey fan, and it's all because of Liz Lemon. And, you know, she's the creator and she's the writer, and, you know, it's kind of like she's just this real kind of like character that she like does not mind kind of making fun of herself.
Yes.
You know, she doesn't mind, you know, kind of portraying this, you know, early 40s kind of, you know, doesn't have a husband, doesn't have a kids, very career driven, but kind of also likes to eat cheese at night, and like, you know, this kind of character. And yeah, she's kind of really boosted by Alec Baldwin's Jack Donaghy, and he made my final kind of 10.
Yeah, right.
Made my final 10, but I couldn't have 2, and it had to be Liz Lemon.
No, that's fair. And to really single out like a character from an ensemble cast like that's hard work.
And that's what made it so hard. And because it is like, you do have a lot of these great shows with great ensemble casts, but to be able to actually pick one, and Liz Lemon, man, I shouldn't be able to relate to that character in theory, but you can. And she is hilarious, and it's so well written and done so well for, like, you know, the entire course. And, you know, she has like a great arc, even though there's not, you know, much that happens in the grand scheme of things. I love it.
Fantastic.
Hands down, she was my number 1 as soon as we decided to make this list. I had no doubts about my number 1 and kind of the number 2.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
So there you go.
Do you want to rattle off your honorable mentions if you haven't already?
I haven't. All right.
Shotgun them.
Okay. Frank Reynolds from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones. Dexter Morgan from Dexter. Joe Bluth from Arrested Development.
Oh.
Yeah, good one.
That's on my list.
Yeah. Sherlock Holmes, Benedict Crimbledink. Omar Little from The Wire. Jack Donaghy. Coach Eric Taylor from Friday Night Lights. Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly. John Luther from Luther. It's like I'm doing the wrap-up thing on the thing. Leslie Knope, Parks and Recreation. Raymond Holt, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and Andy Dwyer from Parks and Recreation as well.
Nice.
Yeah. Any honorable mentions for you? That was my 20, man. That's
that was
like,
your 20.
That was tough.
Wow, really good.
Yeah.
Look, I got 3. Don Draper from Mad Men.
Yeah.
Really, really enjoyed that show. And I noticed my list is there's a lot of not good guys. It always seems like the bad guys have a better story to tell than the good guys.
Right, yeah. More interesting, yeah.
More interesting. Negan, one that you would not agree with.
Nope.
And Matt Murdock, Daredevil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Don't think he's done enough yet.
I disagree.
Yeah. Look, hey, it's your list, baby.
It's a blind man living in a seen man's world.
He certainly is. So, hey, you guys have done a great job. You went out and you let us know. Unfortunately, we are having some technical issues, so I cannot bring up the Facebook listening community. I told you guys I was going to read out some of your suggestions, and I have goddamn let you down. But thank you so much to everybody who did contribute. There are a lot of you. It's great. We got a lot of friggin' feedback for this one. And I think we're going to come back at some point and we're going to do favorite animated characters.
Yeah, because this is like too fun of a type of content to not do.
It was difficult. I cried a little.
It's a good challenge. I grew as a person.
I grew as well. Like literally grew.
Yeah.
So, you know, thanks everyone.
And that's going to do it for another episode. Stay tuned next week. We're back here every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday, Troy.
Without fail.
Without fail.
Probably.
I don't think we've ever missed a Sunday.
No, we never have. We've been absent for 1 or 2 Sundays.
I don't think we have.
No, we have. As in, we've had to like pre-record and like, you know, push an episode that, you know, we did like a week ago.
Oh.
Yeah. There was one that we did where we had to, we uploaded an unplugged.
Oh, yes.
Like a Just the Boys episode.
Yeah.
Because we weren't here. Like you were in Fiji and I was like probably in fucking Innisfail or something. Which, for those of you who don't know, is, just down the road and it's a hole.
God.
No offense to the people that live in Innisfail.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's a lovely city full of bananas.
It is. And I lived there for 7 years.
Wow.
So how bad could it have been?
That's right.
And
you turned out fine.
I turned out all right. What's happening, man? Where can people find us?
People can find us on Facebook. That's Facebook. Search Comic Confidential. We also have a listener community. And that's pretty much the only place that you really want to go.
Oh, that's it.
And it's the Comic Confidential listener community.
Yeah.
Got one question to answer. What's our bloody podcast name?
What is it?
What is it? Because I've been wondering for weeks.
Yeah. I genuinely don't know where I am right now.
Yeah. So if someone could let me know what our podcast name is, you'll get into that excellent Facebook group. We also have an Instagram and a Twitter. That's at ComicConPod. And we do have a new website. That's ComicConPod.com. Past episodes, future episodes, and everything in between. I'm going to have to change it because it's not like that anymore.
Well, there's, is there still past episodes, future episodes, and everything in between?
Well, there's past episodes.
Well, here's the thing. We've now got a number of other shows that share the same kind of like website almost.
Yep, absolutely.
So all part of ComicConPod.com. But so here's the idea with Shad. You got the Countdown Movie and TV Reviews podcast with Wayne and Paul, and you've got Potterheads with Amy and Kirsten.
Yes.
Yep. It's all there.
That's a lot of podcasts.
That's a lot of podcasts.
That's almost like enough to get you through the working week.
Yeah, for sure. But they're all on the same website, so you can jump between tabs. You can have them all open at once. 4 shows playing. I don't know if that's how technology works, but
I think it'll do it.
Yeah.
And I've also made it so like if you have a mobile device, which you most likely do,
pretty much,
the website like works like a little app.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's very cool.
You've done a very good job, my friend.
It looks
amazing. We also have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/ComicConPod, where you can support the show for as little as $1 a month. And we've got a couple of heroes. We've got a few heroes, actually, this week to go through.
It's been a good week for the Patreon.
Hey, look, they love it. I want to give a shout-out. Individual shout-outs. 3 individual shout-outs.
Wow.
I want to give a shout-out to Simon Duff. He jumped on board.
Oh, yeah. More like Simon Buff.
Probably.
Yeah.
Simon... Just like I was trying to think, like here's the truth, Cade. Here's the truth. All that came up was muff. Of all the words that probably rhyme with duff, muff was the only one that came to me.
Wow.
And I didn't think it was appropriate to say it, but now I have.
Wow.
So thank you, Simon, for your support. And I'm sorry I called you Simon Muff because look, hey, I can't think on my feet, all right? We also have Holly Robertson who joined us. Hey, Holly.
Holy moly, thank you for all those dollars.
Wow.
You like that one?
No. Yeah. That was terrible.
You love it.
Good golly, Miss Holly. Wow. Hey, Holly, thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate everything that you do. And the last one is the aforementioned Troy Ellington, or as we like to call him, Big Troy, because, hey, we got the same name and he's bigger than me. What can I do?
You know what?
I'm small.
That's killing me in our Patreon chat.
What?
The 2 Troys.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's hard because when like I see a tag and I'm like, hey, was that a me? I'm like, I don't remember getting that notification. Then I have to read it. I'm like, oh, no, that's got nothing to do with me. That's Big Troy. That's Big Troy's problem. God damn it, Big Troy.
This Patreon chat is getting out of control now.
It is getting out of control.
I love it.
But I do want to, big shout out to Big Troy for his support on the show as well. So thank you, Troy, Holly, Simon. You guys are the best. But I'm going to wrap it up, my friend.
Sounds good.
This is the end. Thanks for listening. As always, I'm Troy.
I'm Kate.
And this has been Comic Confidential.
Cheers.
Peace. Like, so professional.
You're done, mate, eh?
Why do we always get to this end part and it's just, like just fucking nothing? It's just some of the worst fucking interactions. It's like we get giddy on fucking like life.
Yeah.
And it's over.
It's you know what it is? It's a podcasting crash.
Yeah, I guess that's it because, we had a giant Red Bull
Yeah,
and
I have
you've had
my
a
Monster.
giant Monster. And
By the way, I don't appreciate that you swap brands. How is Monster ever going to, I guess, sponsor this podcast if they don't know that you're drinking Monster?
well, look, if they
24/7.
haven't come on board,
I've had
by
2
now-
today.
Have you?
Yeah.
That's not good for you.
That's the best.
I almost grabbed one. I almost did. I swear to God. But I saw this instead, and I'm like, I want a giant sugar-free Red Bull.
Well,
So I did that.
my one's sugar-free too.
Yeah, no, I know. I drink it all the
Are
time.
you drinking, is this? Oh, yeah, that's sugar-free too.
Yeah, that's always. It's basically my go-to drink: sugar-free Red Bull or White Monster and a Powerade Zero. That gets me through the show.
Do you know, here's a freebie, Powerade. Why don't you make your own version of an energy drink in Powerade?
Here's the thing.
Why don't
doesn't-
they do that? That would be like the best-selling thing.
You know what would be better than that?
What?
If Gatorade did a no-sugar drink, because Gatorade tastes a shit ton better.
Triggered.
But they don't.
If you love this podcast, then head over to comicconpod.com to check out the other incredible shows on our network.
Whether you love comedy, pop culture, or movie and TV reviews, CC Radio has got you covered.